Mom's kitchen door has this beautiful door harp that makes sounds every time the door opens or closes. And it has a hummingbird design. So today we're gonna take this down and take it to our hummingbird studio. So we're gonna try to put this door harp onto the hummingbird studio. And to do that, I found a piece of scrap wood. It's actually was part of the flooring in my clinic actually. So I put a mounting screw on it, Velcro the end, drill a little hole so I can put in, so I can put in this wired hummingbird feeder holder. Put it in here. This way I can put a single feeder in here. Place the door harp like this and simply Velcro it to the window frame and put a clamp to it. And boom, now we have the setup. So here's the setup photo. So we have the door charm and the normal 4 lights. So here's the front light. Here's the field light. The underlight is actually right here behind the window frame. And there's one more light underneath the overhang. You can't see, I can't see it either, but it's there to create the backlight. So that's the setup. And from this, essentially the background, right? So I have a window frame, the window setup here, and depending on the camera angle relative to the door harp, I can shoot at eye level and capture these vegetations that's under the sun, these under the shade, or the blue sky. So the first thing I did was actually to shoot straight up. So I captured the trees under the sun and also my neighbor's house quite a bit. And to me, this is a reasonable composition. I really like it too, actually. But if we zoom in, you see that Chaser has no catch light. What happened was I didn't turn on my I didn't turn on the flash, the front flash that's on, like that's right here. So sometimes, I made stupid mistakes like this, and when I saw the photo, it's like, oh my goodness. But this is how I learned through these mistakes. No catch light. And also, I don't like the background, right? So the background to me is very, very noisy. I really want to showcase Chaser and the door harp, but here I have all these random things, and it's like, where are you? Why is this thing here? However, this the same photo. If I crop it, something like that. Again, there's no catch light. See, no catch light. Really bother me. Then it's not so bad, right? So, a lot of times I know if I crop it, wider, then I'm gonna capture stuff that I don't want. But if I crop it really, really tight, for example, like this, if there's catch light in Chaser's eyes, it's reasonable. To me, the background is clean. So then I shift the the angle of my camera, I lowered my camera quite a bit. And got shots like this. So this is go back to, you know, something like this, right? So it's very, very interesting, right? So to me, it's like I have this little window, and through this little window, I actually have, you know, quite a few backdrop that I can choose. You know, if I point the camera, lower the camera and point it up, all of a sudden, you know, I am right, you know, like around these areas, and the sunlight through the tree leaves and give me these beautiful, beautiful circles. That's dark and blue and really, you know, through the lighting setup, really, you know, get Chaser to pop out. And the main reason to me is this backlight, you know, that's truly separate Chaser from the background. And I get these wing trails or shadows or ghost trails or something like that because the shutter speed. The shutter speed for this photo is actually 1/100th of a second. Okay, so this is my setup. ISO 100. I'm using a 70-200 f4 zoom lens. It's at 185 millimeter, shooting f8 and 1/100th of a second. And because of the ambient light, then I tend to capture a lot of these things. Yesterday was actually overcast, so I don't have a whole lot of capture of Chaser's wings. But like today, the sun is actually really bright, shining through the window. And in that case, I'm going to capture a lot of these things. A lot of the wings, basically. But the flash at the end will always freeze the action. Okay? So, so that, you know, these trails, the wing, really shows, in my opinion, motions, add motions to this photo. And in every session, I get to crop really, really tight and have these beautiful, to me it's, you know, in terms of forms, it's just so pretty. In this photo, you know, there's more, Chaser's more out in the open, so there's more ambient light and probably beating the wings harder. So you see all these wings around. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna show more photos and thanks for watching.